God has called us to love one another. If we don't love one another, we have nothing.
What is up, everybody? This is Matthew with Romans 612 Ministries, and I am back at it again. I was cruising through Twitter, and I've become a big Twitter junkie lately. So I was cruising through Twitter, and I noticed something about the Oklahoma police. They now have a device that can actually seize money from prepaid cards. And we're going to go over this in this new style video that I'm going to try to do. So, without further ado, right here it says the OHP uses new device to seize money during traffic stops. Alright, so one might think that they're going to use this to do, seize money for tickets or whatever, right? We're going to just make you pay your ticket right now. Whatever. So, Oklahoma City, you may have heard of civil asset forfeiture. It's when the police can actually take property, seize property or cash from you without probable cause. Because they're not arresting you, they can get around the Fourth Amendment right. That's basically what it means. So now the Oklahoma Highway Patrol has a device that allows them to seize money on prepaid cards. It is called ERAD, or Electronic Recovery Access to Data Machine. Now, OHP began using 16 of them last month. And here is how it works. If a trooper suspects a person may have money tied to some type of crime, the Highway Patrol can scan and seize money from prepaid cards. OHP stresses, this is hilarious, troopers do not do this during all traffic stops, because somehow that makes it better. Only situations where they themselves believe there's probable cause. Because, probable cause lately has been a really good idea with police. Before we go on, I am pro-police. I support police officers, hands down. I do not support military police or status police. I support the true police officers who are out there protecting you and me. Okay? This is not what they're supposed to do. So, this guy goes on. His name is Lieutenant John Vincent. You ready to hear this? Let me get my best Oklahoma City voice on. Or Oklahoma voice. We're gonna look for different factors in the way that you are acting. We're gonna look for if there's a difference in your story. If there's some way that we can prove that you're falsifying information to us about your business. Really? Because I'm going to be honest with you. My business ain't none of your damn business. Just because you may think that I am acting a certain way doesn't mean that I actually am. It's not justifiable cause. It's not probable cause. So anyway, let's keep going on. I know a lot of people are just going to focus on the seizing money part. Well, that's a rope-a-dope. They actually want you to believe that that is what it's all about. It is not all about that. It's never always been about that. It's about power. That's a small thing that's happening now. The largest part that we have found, the biggest benefit is identity theft. This is great. Ready? If you can prove that you have a legitimate reason to have that money, it will be given back to you. And we've done that in the past. So if you can prove the reason why you have a prepaid card, we'll give the money that we just took from you back to you. Explain to me how that makes any sense. Just saying. Pretty sure that's against the Constitution. Pretty sure that's against your rights. And I'm pretty sure that this is not right. But that's okay. Moving on. This is why it bothers me so much. Because now we are giving police officers the right to seize our money from prepaid cards for justifiable cause. Excuse me. Probable cause. Justable. That's right, I make up words. So, moving on to another connection of the reason why I am not so up on this. Okay? There is a woman right here. I'm sure you guys have seen her face all over the place. She was assaulted at a Trump rally. Because for some reason, Trump really likes to bring violence with him everywhere he goes. Violence just follows this guy. Like SmackDown is his best friend for some reason. So what happens is these people who are anti-Trump get together and they create a riot. They create problems. Whether they are paid to do this or whether they are doing this on their own, regardless of that factor, it is wrong and they should not be doing it, but they are doing it anyway. But what makes it worse is the fact that this woman right here was beaten. She got hit. She got punched in the face. She had eggs thrown at her, tomatoes, food. They were spitting on her. But that's not the best part. You're going to love this. Let's watch this, shall we? Look at it. Look at all these guys. Look at all these peaceful protesters. All these people who are just so peaceful. Look at them. Peace oozes. Oh, what was that? And look at the background. Just pay attention to what's in the background. It's wonderful. Remember, cop. Look at that! A huge group of protesters surrounding this woman, surrounding her, and the cops are just standing there. So basically what they are saying to us and to the public is, this kind of behavior is okay. But if I happen to pull you over and something you are saying to me just doesn't sound right about the reason why you have a prepaid Visa card, gonna take that money from you. Yeah. Because this really makes a lot of sense. Moving on. So, tying this in with our new attack of free speech. That is correct, folks. Look at this. Look at these guys. Look at that. God. I bet these two are Irish. And I bet these two go to Catholic Mass every Sunday. So, anywho, moving on. The EU is now telling the United States and the rest of the world what they can and cannot say. The EU. And just in case you haven't known, we are not a part of the EU. It's the European Union. We are the United States. Moving on. So, the EU Commission and 3 large US technology companies, Facebook, Google, and Microsoft, have just signed an agreement on policing and eradicating so-called hate speech. Hate speech. And they're doing it under the guise of fighting terrorism. Okay? Now, while the EU is sitting over here telling everybody that they want to fight terrorism, they are allowing millions and millions of refugees into countries in Europe, and they are creating havoc. But it's all due to hate speech. And we're going to fight terrorism by telling you what you can and cannot say. Hate speech. So one day, you're cruising Facebook, and you decide to say, oh, I don't really agree with that. I think you might want to rethink what you're saying. Let's take the biggest thing in the world since the atom bomb, okay, is saying that homosexuality is a sin. Right then and there, you have just committed a hate crime, sir, and we are going to seize your account. That's what they do. They've been doing it. I mean, there's countless amounts of examples of people's accounts being shut down because of hate speech, okay? Facebook is now in a lawsuit. Zuckerberg is in a lawsuit because they are suppressing conservative values and conservative pages and conservative posts. Gun-friendly posts, you name it. Basically everything that makes America American, that the majority of Americans like, they are suppressing. Facebook is. And now, Google and Microsoft are getting into it also. Okay, so they want to tell you what you can and cannot say. They're going to shut down your profile, suspend you for 24 hours, and then they'll suspend you for 2 weeks or something like that. This is what we used to do in school. You remember that as kids? You got in trouble, then you went to the principal's office with a referral, you got detention. Then you got a 1-day suspension. Then you got a week suspension. And then they told you you're expelled because, you know, you didn't bring a pencil to school or something ridiculous, or you had to go to the bathroom. You remember those days when you had to go to the bathroom and they told you no, so you got up and you walked and went to the bathroom anyway, and they gave you a referral? You remember that? I do. I remember that. I'm such a rebel. I gotta pee. So, reasons why I'm bringing this up. So now, this is where the conspiracy theory comes in. And this is not a conspiracy theory because the proof is in the pudding. It's right here. And the things that they've been doing is all right there. There's a huge push in all of your universities to silence the First Amendment. They have safe spaces going on, and they actually do police language. They tell people in these places what they can and cannot say. There are speeches that they put together, you know, and there's forums that they have, and they have to abide by these speech rules. Okay, so now Facebook and Google and all this other stuff are getting into the same exact thing. They are telling you what you can and cannot say, and we are doing it because the EU is telling us to do it. So we're going around our quote-unquote First Amendment rights, but it's not really First Amendment rights, but it is kind of First Amendment rights. And we're telling you what you can and cannot say. Cops are now seizing money because you are acting suspiciously, all right? And they are letting violence go. That's how upside down this world is right now, okay? A problem. Facebook now has the ability to give money back and forth. They've had it for a while, and they are putting it together, okay? If you say something, one day, mark my words, if you say something Facebook does not like, Google does not like, or whatever the heck the other one was, Microsoft, if you're saying something that they do not like, they can and will silence you. And I can guarantee you that one day here in the future, your bank accounts are going to start going down because they're going to start fining you for words that you say, for posts that you have. Because they do not agree with what you are saying, you will be fined. People, you need to wake up and realize what's going on. There's a reason why this, the Declaration of Independence, was written. This is the reason why. We started a war off of a 3% increase in tax. Or 2%. Something like that. Doesn't matter. We started a war over an increase in tax. This is a complete violation of the person that you are. Your right to say what is right is leaving you. They want to take away your guns. They want to take away your right to say something. They want to take away you. We started a war over a tax. Why are we not doing anything about this right now? These people want to destroy who you are, and we're allowing them to do it, man. We're just sitting back, just chilling, playing our video games, you know, cruising the internet, playing on Twitter. There's a problem. This is the reason why I get so upset, because people are so ridiculously close-minded. Wake up, people. This is not cool. This is not good. And pretty soon, it's going to creep into your home. It will creep into your home. Everything from the internet and entertainment always creeps into the home. And one day, you're going to be walking around your house, and you're going to say something wrong, and out is going to pop a ticket. Remember Demolition Man? You remember that? When he used to cuss, he cussed into the machine, and it would just pop out tickets? You remember that? That's going to happen. Anyway, all right, guys, I just wanted to get that out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoy the new style. So anyway, God bless you. Grace, mercy, and peace to you from God the Father above.
God has called us to love one another. We don't love one another. We have nothing.